the back black tray. In the middle? Middle of the back black tray, yes. Yes, thank you, ma'am. Yes. .1, middle of the back black tray. Yes, ma'am. Give me a moment. Let's get this corrected because I have to write you a pass, okay? Alrighty, guys. What I'd like you to do, please, is write corrected by in red pen somewhere there, please. Corrected by in red pen. All right. At the top, that's 2/3. 2/3. 3/2 or 1.5. Either way is fine. This is 5/6. That's basically a half point each. Basically a half point each. Okay. All right. At the bottom, it says finger track and read out loud. And so we have here, we have a segment with endpoints F and G between M. And these segments all given. So first we're going to do is translate into a drawing. We have FG, the segment, cross it out. Point between M, that is not a midpoint, so it should not be in the middle. F to M is 3x, M to G is 4x minus 5. F to G is 72. So we write 72. If they have this correctly labeled right now, that alone is +1. If, warning, if they added hatch marks, dock them a half a point. You do not put hatch marks unless you see the word midpoint, which was not there. Okay? So what we do know is that this plus this equals that. So we're going to go over here. 3x plus 4x minus 5 equals 72. Collect like terms. You solve for x, you get x equals 11. Having x equals 11, that's worth a full point. But you're not done because it says find everything possible. So we have an x here, we have an x here, we plug it in, and we get f to m is 33, and this is 39. Those two numbers together are +1. The bottom's worth 3 points, 1 for the diagram, 1 for the variable, 1 for both the plugins. 3 at the bottom, 2 at the top, total of 5. Score out of 5 and return. Thank you, there. That's fine. Alrighty, guys. Return, please. All right. Today, if you are someone who likes formulas and you just like to crunch formulas and that's what you enjoy, today is your day. Today's actually very easy because it's going to revolve around 3 simplistic formulas, all of which you reviewed last night. Now, Algebra 2 teachers are going to expect you to know this the minute you walk through the door. So it's on my shoulders. You walk through Mr. Nyberg or Mrs. Gallatin's door next year, and they say, write down the slope equation, and they hear crickets chirping. Okay? I get talked to. Okay? So I'm going to work really hard to help you understand how to use and memorize midpoint, slope, and distance. At the end of class today, you are going to take a quiz using midpoint, slope, and distance with no notes. So gear your mind to be memorizing something. Now, I have a certain method to do this, and if you use this method, you're going to cut down on your mistakes to almost nil. So even though it seems simplistic, please follow my method. I beg you. Please just trust me on this, okay? Remember, I've been teaching the same thing for 13 years, okay? That's almost as old as some of you are. All right, so what I'd like you to do first is get out your highlighters. Highlighters. Yes, sir? Oh, I actually don't have extra highlighters. Next, just underline, use your red pen, something like that. All right, step number 1. What I like you to do is I want you to highlight these key words. Say, write, template. Circle, box, plug, chug. Say, write, template, circle, box, plug, chug. Say, write, template, circle, box, plug, chug. Say those words out loud with me. Say, write, template, circle, box, plug, chug. Say it again. Say, write, template, circle, box, plug, chug. Okay, so underneath, you see the little talking head there? See the little talking head? Guys, find it. See the little black talking head. Put your pencil where it says midpoint. See the word midpoint? Okay. Now, I want you to say this out loud. I want you to say the midpoint equation is, and then right where the talking head is, I'd like you to finger track and read that out loud. Go. Okay, let's try that again. Finger track and read out loud. Everybody. I had only about 10 people do that. Put your finger where the black talking head is. Finger track, read that out loud. Go. Okay, so to help you remember midpoint equation, put your pencils down, put your hands up. Midpoint is basically average. To average two things, you simply add them. So add, make a fraction bar, divide by 2, okay? So the midpoint equation is going to go like this. The midpoint equation is add the x's, divide by 2, and add the y's, divide by 2. Do this with me, say it with me. The midpoint equation is add the x's, divide by 2, add the y's, divide by 2. Again, the midpoint equation is add the x's, divide by 2, add the y's, divide by 2. Great. Now we're going to come here. We're going to say the formula to yourself right now. Go. Great. Say it. Now we're going to write it. Add the x's, divide by 2, comma, add the y's, divide by 2. Write it. Write it. Say it. Write it. Okay. Now you're going to make a template. A template's a blank equation without the x's and the y's. So that's something plus something over 2, comma, something plus something over 2. That's called a template. Now, circle, box, plug, chug. I'd like you to circle your x's, box your y's. Yes, sir? What? Cell phone up here? Okay, plug in your x's, plug in your y's. I need something for collateral. Where is your phone, by the way? That's fine. So some sort of collateral, keys, PSP, it works for me. Okay. Go. All right, you finished. Clean it up. Circle, box, plug, and chug. That means just do the numbers. I use chug because it rhymes. That's it. Okay, check your work. Yes? You could leave negative 15 over 2 as negative 15 over 2. That's fine. Okay, so that's the midpoint equation. All right, I'd like you to flip the page. Looking at page 4, find the section that says midpoint. Okay? Now you're going to try working problems 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. So you start number 1. You say the equation out loud. The midpoint equation is add the x's, divide by 2, add the y's, divide by 2. I want you to make a template here, which looks like this. Make a template. Now circle your x's. Plug them in, box your y's, plug them in. Go. This is what your template looks like for midpoint. Okay, can you get a pencil out? I'll use pencil only. 2, can you write the template down? Because you didn't write the template and you made a mistake. Okay, can you write the template down? Keep going. Once you finish 1, go on to 2, please. Plus something over 2, comma, and then blank. Okay, now circle your x's. And plug your x's here. So negative 5. Or positive 5. Positive 5 plus 2. That x's. Add the x's. That brings you. And box your y's. Box your y's. Box your y's. And put your 12 there. Put your 8 there on the right. Now clean it up. If you're done, see if eavesdrop on a neighbor and see if they need help. Okay, so do me a favor. Can you erase that? And could you write that template down? Make sure you write your templates down, please. Templates down. Okay, it's a plus sign with a fraction bar over 2, plus sign, fraction bar over 2. Okay, can you circle your x's? So it's 5 plus negative 3 on the left, right above where its blanks are. 5 plus negative 3. Good. Okay, now box your y's. Box your y's. Good. So the y's go over here in the second one. So it's going to be 12 plus 8. 12 right there. See, the problem is you don't take a big template. You can't squeeze it in. You want it big. Okay, now we're going to do slope. If you're not finished with midpoint, you're going to have to backtrack. That's fine. Look to here, left-hand side, number 3, slope. Slope is rise over run. That's the basic definition, rise over run. See the talking head? Put your finger there, read that out loud. Go. Okay, put your pencils down and stand up, please. Pencils down, stand up. Okay.
Say it again.
There he is. Just a minute. Okay. Say slope is. Squat. Squat. I like to say rise. Over. Run, like you're about to run. Run. Okay, so say it again with me. Say slope is. Rise. Over. Run. Okay, now we're going to do one more thing because we need an equation, okay? So squat down again. Everybody with me, squat. And then you're still trying to figure out, does she really want us to do this? And the answer is yes. Okay, hands like so. Say the word. Slope is. Rise. Subtract the y's. What? Run. Subtract the x's. Make yourself like an X. So all together. Ready? Goes like, don't smack anybody in the face. You can measure. Okay, ready? Slope is rise, subtract the y's, over run, subtract the x's. Okay, have a seat. So it looks like this. Okay, so we go here. Slope is rise, subtract the y's, over run, subtract the x's. Y's go with rise. It rhymes. Okay? Now you make your template. Your template is just subtracting something over something. Make a template, please. Nice and big. Now circle your x's. Box your y's. Now, very important, it's y minus y. So look what I'm going to do. Put an arrow at -6 because that's my y. I'm going to go left to right. -6 minus 9. Please, I beg you, draw the arrow. Okay? That's y minus y. Now we're going to do x minus x, -8 minus -4. Notice the arrows face the same direction. Y minus y over x minus x. Clean it up, go. Clean it up, go. -3/4, -3 over 4, 3 over -4, same thing. That is slope. Now go to the right of your paper. Now you're going to work on slope. Okay, so go to the right of the paper right here. Slope is y minus y over x minus x. Make a template. Everybody make a template for number 1. Okay. Now what you want to do is circle your x's and box your y's. Circle your x's, box your y's. Now make sure you do the y's on top. Y minus y. Notice the arrow. Over x minus x. Notice the arrow again. Clean it up, find the answer, and then go on to 2 and 3. Box your, circle your x's, box your y's, connect with an arrow, please, and then subtract. Make sure you're putting y's on top. Go. Plug in your y's. Yes, sir. Just that. Subtract the y's, so you subtract the x's, actually plug the numbers in. That's why, guys, really important you draw those arrows. Keep going. Keep going. Well, it's minus. That's a double minus. That becomes a positive. Double negative. It goes like this. Daniel, I just do that. Double negatives become a positive. Does that ring a bell?
Yeah.
Good, good, good. If you're not done with slope, that's fine. We'll come back to it. Okay? Distance equation. Distance equation, I have yet to come up with some funny little whatever to remember it. If you come up with something, let me know, okay? So, looking at distance, put your finger right here where it says the talking head. See that? See the talking head under the word distance? Put your finger there. Read that out loud. Track, go. Okay, so now we translate it to an equation. Distance is giant square root. We're going to subtract the x's, so I'm making a template squared, plus subtract the y's squared. That's a template. Let me write my template up here for you. Distance equals giant square root. Okay? Now we take and we circle our x's and box our y's again. Circle our x's. Box our y's. Now, plug x's in first, left to right. -8 minus 4. Do the math from there. I'll get you the answer in about 30 seconds. Plug those numbers in. Can you draw the template, please? Always do the template first, guys. If you think you're done, go to the right and finish page 4. Yes, sir. That's fine. Alex is going to want to leave it under exact radical form, just to let you know. Yeah. Okay, you should have gotten root 25, which is 5. There you go. All right, what I'd like you to do now, please, is your ambition is to finish page 4. Finish all of page 4. When you're done with page 4, I'd like you to come up with a red pen and check your work. And when your work is done and checked and accurate, I need you to check in with me, please. Briefly, because I'll have an assignment for you guys, okay? All right, finish page 4, please. Finish page 4. Okay. Got that? Okay, Ms. Bernardi? Yes, ma'am? Okay, so let's see. What's negative 4 times negative 4? Right, so, that's your problem. Look at my template there. It's a plus in the middle. It's a plus. That's the issue. Okay. There's a double negative there, right? So that's negative 8 plus 4 is negative 4, and you square it. Negative 4 times negative 4 is 16. That's 16 plus 9. Yes, the square root of 25. Okay? Yes, ma'am? Plus. Okay, let's see. That's going to be, did you make a template before you wrote that out? Okay, so that's a double negative, so change your double negative to positive.
And it's the negative 4 plus 10.
Yes. Negative 4 plus 10 is correct.
Plus 6.
Yes. So you have 6 squared plus 9 minus 3. Oh, just careful, careful. What's 9 minus 3 there? Have a highlighter or a pencil in your hand so you can kind of direct people. Keep it going. As soon as you're done with the whole page, go up, check with the red pen. Add it. Wait.
So that's 72, right?
Just leave it. Leave it on. Just leave it. Have it. For now, just leave it. Okay? All right. How are we doing? Good. Good? How are we doing? You're telling me slope when you should have distance. Yes, I'm going to do this a little while. Can you draw 3 of those templates? That's why you do templates first. Yes, ma'am. Were you all correct?
I just mark it and put it on negative. I know how to do it.
You know what you do? Yeah. Get a pencil in your hand or a highlighter. You can wander around and just kind of like coach people and see what they're doing and stuff like that. I really appreciate that.
It can say this. Yeah.
Just kind of watch what you're doing. You just leave it. Check red pen. Check red pen. Check red pen. You can. Did you make your template first? Are you doing it? Yeah, that would have been a double negative.
Mine's like my small.
Really? Honestly, did you
Yes, I did. I didn't want a negative 3.
Show me pictures of them. On the bottom.
If
the regular hair, like the pot, yeah, okay. Remotely fit. So the bottom right here. Right on my hair. Yeah.
Are you done? Are you accurate? Find someone who's not done and not accurate.
Oh, yeah.
Students, you're not twiddling your thumbs right now. If you're done and someone is next to you is not, you are overwatching them and you're helping them. Go check. Check, then find someone who's not done and help them. Are you done? Are you done? Students, if you are done and you have a ruler in your possession, get it out. A ruler in your possession, get it out. Are you done? Good, have a seat. We have a ruler in your possession, get it out, please. Okay, if you have a ruler in your possession, or even better yet, a tape measure. Of course not, you guys don't have a tape. All right, guys, rulers. Okay, come to the back of the room, please. Back of the room.
If you don't have a ruler, then you don't have one.
I want you to, you're going to go in about teams of 4 or 5. You're going to measure the rise and the run. One step. Rise in inches, run in inches. Okay, I want you to get it right. That's the shortest. Remember those numbers. Bring those tracks back. You're going to look on page 5. Page 5, let's repeat them. The letters in the 50. Right there? Okay, so you grab 5 people, go that way. Okay, somebody else, ruler. Okay, yes, go. Here, take. Got that one, fine. Somebody else take 5 people, go that way. Measure the rise and the run of one step. Those 2 numbers are correct. Go. One stair step. Yes, go. Everybody, just go follow them. The rise and the run of one stair step. Rise and the run of one stair step.
This way.
Did you check all of page 4? Is it correct? Good. Then go get the rise and the run of one stair step. The rise and the run of one stair step. When you're done, go check, ladies. Get the rise and the run of one stair step. That's exactly what I want to do.
Negative 7 plus 6 is negative 1. Negative 1 squared is positive 1. 8 squared is negative 2.
Yeah, when you go to divide 7 by 12, to use a calculator. Yes. Zero. Okay, guys, now that you have your rise and your runs, you want to finish page 5 no later than the 50. Earlier as you can. Finish page 5. Use that information. Work on page 5. Work on page 5. Yes, sir. Okay, did you realize it was online? It was online. They're always online, yes. Yep, they're online. All the 78 pages. I am so serious, yes.
But they come out on normal pages.
They come out on normal pages, yes, so warning if you're not.
Sick, we just print out.
I mean, yeah, it's a book. It's a book. That's why I put it like this, because otherwise, I'm trying to save you weight in your backpack, not add weight.
What is it? 7 inches or 6 inches?
Rise.
Yes. I mean, that's fair. 7 or 6.
Well, you guys use whatever you want to use. What's your run? 12 is correct.
Send it over 12, right?
Okay, students, you are now finishing page 5. I'll be available for assistance in about 4 minutes. I'm doing videos. If you need help, you come my way. Come my way if you need help. Okay? When you're done with 5, you go on to page 6, 7, and 8. Yes, sir? Yep, that's fine.
What is it in the,
You can use a calculator at that point. Just because it's a decimal doesn't mean it's ridiculous.
it's like, you just read 0.588.
You guys have this prejudice against decimals. It's really amusing.
5, wait, point
Well,
5.
wait till you get to read every chapter where absolutely everything is going to be a decimal, 100% of all. So I'll cure you of that. Yes. Okay, now, page 5. Okay, so page 5. Michael, what was your rise? 7, write it down. What was your run? 12, good, write it down. So what's the fraction rise over run?
7 over 12.
Correct, write it down. Then it says get a decimal, so you're going to grab a calculator, and you're going to divide what by what? Beautiful. Guys, you're now working on pages 5, 6, 7, and 8, all at the same time. You're not checking anything until you finish all 4 pages.
It's just 1, not 112.
Yeah, follow me. I'm correcting myself. Okay, so you divide, you get a decimal. Okay? Yeah, so now you can get a calculator. No, dear, you have to finish all 5, 6, 7, and 8. Then you can check, okay? 5, 6, 7, and 8. Yes, sir.
So basically, I was killing it over here. I'm the master of this
Number crunching. Fabulous. This is good. So, what's the slope? If my rise is 7 and my run is 12, what's my slope?
7.
Over.
12.
That's what slope is. Rise over run. 7 over 12.
Very simple.
Okay, so I like you to label it rise over run, just so you reinforce that. Okay, now how would you get a decimal there? What would you do? Divide. Yeah, 7 divided by 12. So you go get your calculator if you need to, or just do it longhand. Yes, you may use that one.
All right, can you do it for me?
It doesn't?
It's 0.58.
Okay, 0.58, good. Write it down, 0.58. Okay. Now finger track and read that little paragraph. Yeah, read it. Read it right here. The ADA.
The ADA stipulates that wheelchair ramp must have a slope of no greater than 1.5 meters.
How you guys guys do?
For every foot of distance traveled horizontally with a ramp, may rise only blank
Okay. So the ADA says for every foot you travel horizontally, and a foot is how many inches? 12. So for every 12 inches you travel horizontally, how high can you rise? How high can you rise? With your finger tracker? Okay.
1/2.
No. Read that out loud.
One greater than 1/12.
1 over.
12.
So what's your rise?
1.
What's your run?
12.
What's your rise?
1.
What's your run?
12.
So when I run 12 inches, how much can I rise?
7.
Let's try that again. I'm over here.
7.
Okay? So you see that? Read that out loud. Okay?
1/12.
1/12. So for every 12 inches of run, how much can I rise?
1.
1. Good. Read it. Fill in the blanks.
Oh, I haven't got to use the restroom yet.
Convert the slope to a decimal.
Wait a minute. I sent you out. You're the one with the headphones, right?
It's Isaiah.
Oh, Isaiah did that. Okay, give me your cell phone. Put your cell phone there.
Can our high school stairwells be converted to wheelchair ramps just by laying down boards and stairs?
So that's simply a yes or a no, and then explain why. So can our stairs be turned into a ramps just by laying stuff down?
Yes.
Kind of dangerous.
You're reading my face. I want you to think math. The ADA says your slope can only be 1 to 12. We are 7 over 12. Can we convert our stairs to a ramp according to that?
According to that now.
Explain that and summarize in a sentence and tell me why.
Alright. Well, I should really know that this is some
Yes.
swag right here.
Swag? This qualifies as swag?
Yes.
Got it, got it. That's a good thing, right?
Of course.
Okay, thank you, Daniel.
Can we check page 5?
No, no. Guys, you're not checking anything until you get 5, 6, 7, and 8 done. I'll be available for help in about 2 minutes. Yes, it's me. Oh, it's right here. It's a flip up.